Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
Hello, this is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International, bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. Living Streams, like I've been saying, we meet behind the Zenith College. If you just Google Living Streams International, behind the trade fair, it will bring you straight up to us. Our services are on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 8, and then on Sundays 7 to 9 for first service, and 10 to 12:30 for second service. Be available and enjoy. I know you said, I like to watch through the tubes of technology, but the Bible says, not forgetting the assembling of yourself, not forgetting the fellowship, the human contact, the in-person human relational services. And that's where blessing, because as iron sharpeneth iron, so does a man the countenance of his friend. A smile, a wink, a wave, a handshake, an embrace might change your day for you. You might not know. Hey, be with us. But this morning I'd still like to capture my thoughts. Still on Genesis chapter 17. See, God comes to town, and then God tells Abraham, I want a relationship with you, and I want responsibility with that relationship, and then there are rewards for that relationship. Then God paused. Then God said, you know what? As a sign of our covenant, circumcise everybody, including yourself. Now, Abraham was quite an old man when God said, you need to put a knife to the foreskin. You need to put a knife to it. Now, what is God saying? I know that when we talk about circumcision, oh, yeah, it's past. Yeah, it's true. Paul said, our circumcision is not circumcision that are made by the hands of men. But what was God saying? He said, place a mark on yourself that will constantly remind you that you are walking in agreement with me. And I'm not saying that take a knife and cut yourself, but have a landmark that will constantly remind you that you are walking with me. And for Abraham, it was circumcision. You need constant reminders that you're walking with somebody. And see, you need constant reminders of an experience you've had with God. That will constantly remind you that you're walking with him. You need constant reminders. And God said, place a mark on you. Let that mark be on you that you are walking with me. And let that mark remind you every time that you are walking with me. So God is saying to Abraham, you do this. Mark yourself, not to the hands of men or by inflicting wounds, no. But take an experience that you've had with him. Mark yourself with that experience. And let it be a constant reminder to you. You know, Paul was saying something. He said, listen, I bear, henceforth let nobody worry me anymore. Let no man trouble me anymore, for I bear on my body the marks. When Jesus, people were doubting whether Jesus had done it, he said, Thomas, here are my wounds. Look for something that marks you out. Look for an experience you've had with God. Look for an experience where he turned your tears into joy. Or look for an experience where you're walking in the valley of the shadow of death and you escaped. Look for something that removed you from the valley of shame in the mouth of people. Look for something. Mark yourself with it. And let it be a constant reminder. And you know what? Let me go one step further. Sometimes exciting things we quickly forget. But there are things that you have been through with God that are not nice, but they are painful. And God showed up. Use it as a reference. Because in the cutting of the foreskin of an old man, it's not a nice thing. But every time Abraham looks and sees the mark of the wounds, it reminds him that I'm walking with somebody. His name is God. Look through the corridors of your experiences. See where you sat and cried. And when God showed up, mark yourself with it. Like Jesus said, Thomas, I got wounds. Paul said, Paul said, henceforth, let nobody trouble me anymore, for I bear my body. Let it mark you, not in bitterness, but let it mark you with what God can do when all hope is lost. Mark yourself with it. Let it be a constant reminder to you and to everybody who comes around you that your God is still on the throne. Well, the choices are always yours. See you later.